The Grundtvig program under the Lifelong Learning program has among others as main objectives the improvement of mobility throughout Europe of people involved in adult education and assisting people from vulnerable social groups and marginalized who have left the school system without basic qualifications. The activities of this program include the development of partnerships focusing on themes of common interest to participating organizations. This is the starting point of the project Distant Worlds Lives Nearby, aimed at promoting the identity and intercultural education among its members. The project World Distant Closer Lives, it is born of the first project which was developed inside the European Association of Second Chance Schools related by aspects of prevention of gender violence. This previous project was realized by 10 countries, among which was Gijón, and in which one was trying to work the intercultural education and the intercultural communication. It was presented in the second moment by 7 entities, of which only 3 were approved, for what the Second Chance School of Gijón had to assume the coordination that before was going asti. The problem of all this was that ultimately we were 3 entities that we had very common interests or very different experiences. In the case of Romania, they were working fundamentally with a student body that they had families that had to immigrate abroad. In Asturias, we were working with young people who began to settle in our region, and in the case of France, there was working an entity that was centering all the policies of equality and of not discrimination in the North Zone. Romania, coordinated across the University of Bucharest and developed by the Education Science Institute. France, in the city of Lyon, developed by the Regional Union of the Center of Information about the rights of the women and families. And Spain, in the city of Gijón, developed by the Second Chance School across the town hall, being this city the coordinator of the project. Coordinated by the Educational Science Institute, we worked with different entities, primarily formal schools and vocational training, located in rural areas near Bucharest and Oradea, including this city. The recovery of cultural and historical heritage from the organization of small museums in schools promoted by their students. These museums include collections made for family and local history. The workshops at these centers to develop situations of separation and loss of their immediate families. Working with ethnic minorities, especially in areas bordering Hungary, through organization of joint activities promoted by the teachers of these centers and cultural figures represented locally. The development of policies of not discrimination, formative and professional insertion directed also the women's cultural representation that they come from other countries and that often they coexist in marginal environments. The introduction of equipments of mediation to facilitate her incorporation in the social networks of reference in the city. In the case of Gijón, it was on the second chance school and experiences with young people with fewer resources. It is split in the beginning of the module associated with the School of Intercultural Mediation, which facilitated the implementation of activities. The development of awareness programs aimed at understanding other cultures in formal education centers and workshop schools, taught by Intercultural Mediation team associated with the Second Chance School. Collaboration in the Days of Racism made annually between the municipal departments of youth, employment and social services with existing associations in the city. Workshops including activities in schools, some of them run by kids participating in the Second Chance School, and workshops in cultural centers, schools and youth competitions, and training of technical staff and faculty. The presentation of experiences by members of Bucharest and Lyon in Training Day, Second Chance School in Europe. The knowledge of the Asturian history by means of shared experiences with museums and schools of the city. The selection and preparation of all materials was carried out from the workshop school in Gijón and coordinated from the Second Chance School. This workshop school aimed at the professional insertion of young people, mostly with low skills, had a wide representation of young people from other countries, many of them outside. One of its activities is intended to recover the municipal archives associated with the city's cultural memory through the network of museums. The development since this school gave added value to the project in that it allowed these young people participate and build the entire process.